What's up everybody, and welcome back to Thomas & Friends Home Media Reviews. Now I know what you're thinking. Lego Lover, this is a supplemental to Songs from the Station. What's this random, obviously photoshopped, completely fake release sitting in front of your camera? Why is it here? Well, concerned viewer, you're wrong. This is official. This is not fake. This is an official Thomas & Friends release that, yes, even I had never heard of. This supplemental is on Great Destinations. So why is this a supplemental to Songs from the Station if it's on something called Great Destinations? Shouldn't this have its own HMR just by itself? Not necessarily, but we'll get into it. Here's a little brief history on Great Destinations, in case none of you have ever heard of it like I hadn't. This was released in 2005 to coincide with the 60th anniversary of Thomas & Friends, alongside Calling All Engines, Songs from the Station, and Thomas's Sodor Celebration. And that's really the only history I have on this. It's the only date I could find from my source. I suppose it wasn't reprinted, and this is the only copy I've seen for it on eBay. This link for this was actually sent to me by a friend of mine, Train King James. Check out his channel. He's a really cool content creator. I'll put a little annotation for him up in the card section here. And he asked me, "Hey bro, do you know what this is?" And I was like, "No, but thanks for showing it to me." And I did some research on it, and I picked it up for myself. So let's go ahead and take a look at it here. Thomas & Friends logo up on the top. Great Destinations. There's Thomas on the front with James, Gordon, Percy, and Toby behind him. It kind of has like a classic series release vibe with this yellow lining around it. It looks like something that would have come out in early like 2002 or something like that. You've got the celebrating 60 years blue button right there. You have two videos in one. What does that mean? And 100 minutes of fun. On the side, Cartoon Thomas, Thomas & Friends logo, Great Destinations. Right down there, Hit Entertainment logo and the DVD logo on the bottom. On the back, here's where things get interesting. You've got two screenshots here. They're both from Songs from the Station. But here's what's included on the release. Calling All Engines is on here, and so is Songs from the Station. So this is an amalgamation of Calling All Engines and Songs from the Station put onto one disc and sold at a discount, maybe? I'm not sure. I made the choice to have this be a Songs from the Station supplemental since Calling All Engines already has one, so let's open this up. The disc is very simplistic. It's basically just a squished up version of this poster art minus the yellow on the sides. But here's something I found interesting. Can you see that? Blockbuster. This is a Blockbuster case. So this came from a Blockbuster, obviously, if you couldn't tell from that logo there and from this little indent down here where they would put the lock on it before you tried to rent it. I'm not sure if this was a Blockbuster exclusive or not. It could be. My source, however, did not mention if it was a Blockbuster exclusive, so I'm not sure why it's in a Blockbuster case. Maybe that's where the person or the seller on eBay got it from. I'm not sure, but I'm kind of holding out hope that this might be a Blockbuster exclusive. Why do I say that? Because Blockbuster exclusives are hard as hell to get your hands on. I mean, from Thomas's Useful Stories to Thomas's Magical Musical Ride, Blockbuster exclusive Thomas VHS tapes are the hardest thing in the world to actually find, let alone a Blockbuster exclusive DVD. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the menu tour for Great Destinations. Okay, so we're here for the menu tour for Great Destinations here, and funny enough, I don't think there's a menu on here, guys. I mean, let me pause. I can't pause it. Don't know why I can't pause it there, but look up here. An hour and 52 minutes. I mean, that's over 100 minutes or close to it. I'm pressing the disc menu button right here, you see? And there is no menu here. It just plays directly through, and here's some trailers, I suppose. Or there's only that one trailer for Bob the Builder, but there's no menu here. That's really interesting. It just plays directly through. And I'm not going to show any footage here because I know Hit Entertainment's going to copyright me for it, which is completely unjustified in every way, shape, and form. But at the same time, though, that's interesting how this release does not have a menu to it. So there is really no point in doing a menu tour. Sorry if this is a bit of a shorter one, but there's really not much else I need to say on this. I mean, it's It's a cool reprint of Songs from the Station and Calling All Engines, but is it necessary? Not really, especially if you already have them. So that pretty much wraps us up for the Great Destination / Songs from the Station supplemental HMR. Thank you all for watching, and as always, good night, everybody.